thank you for joining us. Reverend Norman Fong is back with us once again. He was here. How long ago were you here?
A decade ago.
Huh? A decade ago. Well,
yeah, you should have me on more.
Yeah, that's right. And Norman is Executive Director of the Chinatown Community Development Center. And you've got a lot to do.
Yeah, we're really
I mean, with
busy.
housing problems and a lot of other things like that.
Yeah, we work with a lot of seniors and others that need housing, and we work with youth. We work with families that live in these single rooms, SROs,
right.
in Chinatown. We work with about 4,000 residents and a lot of youth that care for the community.
Yeah. Now, a lot of people who grew up in the Chinatown area have moved out. The younger people moved out to the Sunset, and let's just say the city, for example, out to the Sunset District, or maybe out the inner Richmond and places like that. But a lot of other people, especially the older people, have been still held in Chinatown. I mean, that is their home. They don't want to leave there. They don't want to leave there.
They don't want to leave. I mean,
I understand that.
Everything's available there,
Yeah.
Cantonese, and it's their home. Yeah, shopping is easy.
Yeah.
But the housing does need help. So what we try to do is rehab some of the units so it's more livable and affordable for people.
Yeah. Now, what about the tours? The tours.
I'm glad you asked that, Jack.
Well, that's why I'm here. Yeah. What about those tours?
Okay, it took many years to develop this, but we have high school youth willing to give tours for locals or people from Germany or all over the world.
Yeah, I bet you get them from all over the world.
We do.
Yeah.
And basically, the kids give about an hour-and-a-half tour of Chinatown, walking them through Chinatown alleyways.
Okay.
And they get to know the community, not from just a tourist point of view, but from a historical point of view.
Right.
Fun stuff.
Okay. See, the thing is, I was going to ask you if you just went down Grand Avenue, but I mean, the other stuff is the background, right?
Right.
You're right, the alleys.
It's like, Portsmouth Square is the beginnings of Chinatown, but it's also the beginnings of San Francisco. So a lot of old stuff happened right there in the community. So like, where did the Beatles go? Right after the 1964 concert in Kansas. The Beatles came to Chinatown, to a bar in Chinatown.
Yeah, this is your tour of Chinatown. Now, let me tell you about the Beatles. You know, it doesn't seem to tie. Well, but the thing is that the tour is got to be more interesting to people than just walking up down seeing the shops.
Yes, I mean, this is not you can go on the shops on your own, and it's not a culinary tour either. It's a historical tour, and the kids get to share, all the things that they've learned. They researched hard over the years. There's a lot of great history, and a lot of it also explains the history of the Chinese in America, since we're the oldest Chinatown in the country. Yeah.
Well, if you go over to China Camp across the bay, there's a lot of history there, too.
Oh, well, that's a historic preservation issue, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but the people who take you on the tour, they're high school kids?
Yeah, high school kids.
I mean, what do they know?
They know a lot.
They have to take an education in the history in order to give the tour.
They get a lot of training, but part of it, some of them grew up in Chinatown, so you get the inside story.
Yeah, yeah.
In some of the tours, we actually bring people in the buildings to see how crowded it is. It's really crowded.
What kind of reactions have you been getting on those tours?
Well, a lot of them, it's educational, just to learn a different culture.
They're surprised about it? I mean,
but they're also surprised at the living conditions.
Yeah.
And, it's good and bad, but sometimes I get these tourists, though. Sometimes they're very funny. They go, "Oh, I got to bring my son on this tour." Why? Because they don't appreciate the house they don't appreciate the housing that they have right now.
That's a good point. Yeah, that really is true.
In Chinatown, they have to share a lot of the the kitchens and the common areas.
Yeah. It has been. Having grown up in the city, I know how crowded parts of Chinatown have been for the families. Norman, always good to see you. All right, come back and see us again soon, okay? Reverend Norman Fong's been our guest. He is Executive Director of Chinatown Community Development Center. Thanks for watching.